Well, do you like bananas? The real one? If you do, forget about it. Because apparently, it's gonna get expensive. Really expensive. Why? Because our Mother Earth is getting hotter. I mean, the climate, the temperature. That's right. Today we're going to talk about climate change. Yeah, I suddenly became a weather reporting man. But you know what? I need to talk about it. Global temperature record streak continues as climate change makes heat waves more extreme. Now why did I make this video? It's because of my personal experience. Back in the days, like not that back, like 5 to 6 years back, it was hot in summer, but not this hot. It's getting unbearable. Like whenever I leave the house for work, it feels like I'm in a microwave. And at this point I think even the microwave is cooler than this atrocious weather. And at first I thought it was only in my country, but apparently it's the case in the whole world. It was the warmest April on record. The 11th month in a row of record global temperatures, sea surface temperatures have been record high for the past 13 months. Extreme weather caused many casualties and socio-economic disruption. So apparently April was 1.58 degrees more warmer than the average from 1850 to 1900. Now that's bad. That's really bad. Now you might think it's just 1 degrees or 2 degrees, right? It makes a major difference, okay? Last year during summer in my country, the temperature was like 47, 48. It's bad. And that's the reason my aim in the future will be to move to a colder place, more immigrants possibly, but it is what it is. I have to survive, right? South America had its warmest April on record, whilst Europe had its second warmest. Great. My aim was to go to Europe, but apparently that is not safe either. You know what? Our only option is to shake hands with Elon Musk, and hopefully he includes us in his journey to Mars, and hopefully Mars is colder than Earth. But again, I think Earth has nothing to do with it. It's all us humans. We're destroying the planet. That's about it. Nothing more, nothing less. Now let's look at some side effects of global warming. Let's get over with the first one, the most important one, bananas. Bananas are said to get more expensive as climate changes hits a much loved fruit. Wow, this is a new thing that I've learned today, and it's natural, the nutritious and tasty bananas is the world's most exported fruit. Damn. So this is the real king of fruits. Suck on that, mangoes. Mangoes are overrated. They're overrated AF. Yeah, banana takes the crown. Now I love mango juice, but the fruit itself, it's nasty. But banana is great. So to answer the biggest question, why are the banana prices going up? It's because of the heat, of course, and because of the heat, a fungal infection, as you can see here, there's the name, it's spreading like wildfire, and it kills our precious bananas. Now that's sad. That's really sad. Once a plantation is infected, it kills all the banana trees, and experts say it is extremely hard to get rid of. And the next one is not as important as bananas because it's about us. Brain diseases. Have you recently felt like your memory is decreasing? What? It has always been like that? I can understand. It has nothing to do with the heat, right? But all jokes apart, climate change is making the symptoms of certain brain conditions worse. So these are the diseases that can increase due to the shitty temperature: stroke, migraines, meningitis, epilepsy, multiples. I can't bother to spell that. Our brains are responsible for managing the environmental challenges we face, especially higher temperatures and humidity. For example, by triggering sweating and telling us to move out of the sun and into the shade. Of course, I knew that. That's why, next time you perform poorly in a test, just give this reason, It's due to global warming, okay? My brain cannot perform in its full potential. That's why I could not perform well in the test, Mom. And I'm sure she will have nothing in response. There you go. I gave you a life-saving tip. You're welcome. Each of the billions of neurons in our brain is like a learning, adapting computer. So you're telling me I have an RTX 4090 inside my brain? Damn. That is why these graphics are realistic, man. With many electrically active components, many of these components work at a different rate depending on the ambient temperature and are designed to work together within a narrow range of temperatures. Our bodies and all the components work well within these limits to which we have adapted over millennia. That's right, The weather did not change for millions of years like it is changing like crazy right now, right? So our body, which is used to a certain temperature, now we have to adapt to different temperature altogether. So evolution or extinction, who knows? The future will tell, right? But I think it's a win-win for us. Let's be real, the earth does not deserve us, okay? It was so much better and peaceful when we were just cavemen, like when we were just ooga booga, in a jungle and clapping our chest like a true monkey. Those were peaceful times. Humans evolved in Africa and are generally comfortable between 20 degrees centigrade to 26 degrees centigrade. And that's why I keep my air conditioner at 26 degrees centigrade when I sleep. It's super comfortable, I don't have to use a blanket, I don't have to wear a sweater in summer, and 20% to 80% humidity. Many of the components of the brain are in fact working close to the top of their temperature ranges, meaning that small increases in temperature or humidity may mean they stop working so well. And you know what to do in those situations, just sleep. But even sleeping is tough in this weather. Side effect due to global warming. Number 3. Were you ever stressed out or depressed and thought, enough is enough, I'm just giving up altogether on this life? It happens to all of us at some point in our life, but stop right there. It might not be your fault or your life's fault. It's the weather, okay? Self-harm and interpersonal violence due to high temperature from the global burden of disease study 2019. That's right. The next time you feel like I have no meaning in this life, blame it on the temperature, okay? Just release your anger on the temperature. Just install and uninstall some weather apps and release your frustration, okay? But don't give up. It's not your fault. It's never your fault. It's the weather, okay? It's the weather. Because you're important. Young men aged 15 to 29 are at a high risk of self-harm and interpersonal violence. God damn it. That explains a lot why I have no friends. And this is the graph. As you can see here, if you're interested, index were negatively correlated with ASMR. That's right, case solved. ASMR videos can prevent self-harm and violence. That's a great discovery. Alright, last but not the least, we're going to talk about the effect of temperature on economics or finance. The finance is something that I'm really trying to get into. 1 degree temperature rise could slash global GDP by 12%. Now, if you don't know what GDP is, it's like the resources in a strategy game. It's like the resources bar in Age of Empires, right? Wood, food, and the gold, the coins, all those together. The value that it creates, it's basically called GDP. Now, that's not accurate, but it's a good starting point, okay? So, the value that the world produces is going to decrease by 12%. Now that's not a surprise, If the temperature is high, people becomes lazier naturally. It's not their fault. The body cannot keep up with the temperature. They become lazier and the work efficiency decreases and everything just falls apart. But anyways, that's for today. Let me know in the comments what's your thought on the climate and how is the weather in your place. I'll be very happy to know that. And yeah, keep yourself cool with some ice bath or something. And keep your brain cooler because it needs that GDP and bananas. Alright, I'll see you in the next one. Stay awesome.